In today's video, I'm going to be going over the exact strategy that I used to make $428,000 in the last 30 days on Solana meme coins. I'm going to be showing you the different tools, different strategies, and my thought process behind these different trades that I entered. For meeting for the first time, my name is FOMO. I trade Solana meme coins. That is it. Nothing in this video is financial advice. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. If you'd like to keep up to date with me, go ahead and follow me on X, TikTok, and Instagram. With all that being said, let's dive into it. So like I said, I made $428,000 in the last 30 days, as you can verify here on GMGN. You can also check it out on Cielo, and on my Bolt X, it's showing me that I made $618,000. I think this is accounting for the entire history of my wallet, but in the month of January, this is how much I made. And yeah, I kind of wanted to walk you through my biggest trades and my biggest losses as well, and the thought process behind them. So we'll start with the biggest wins. That would be this one here, AGIXT. It's important for me to share not only the profit at the end of the day, but also explain why it is that I entered these coins and how I found them. This one in particular, I found through a DM. Somebody DM'd it to me and said, hey, check this out. And whenever I get sent a contract address, I usually go through my mental checklist. And I have that laid out in my pump fund strategy, and we'll kind of touch base on that too. But essentially, rule of thumb, when you do get a contract address, especially for new pairs, when you have no idea what it is that's going on, you're going to want to copy the contract address. You're going to want to go on X. You're going to search for it and see what it is that people are saying about it. And this also applies to, existing coins too. Like this one, for example, people are sharing their thesis. So for example, this guy's saying these are his picks under certain market caps. So people are actively bidding this coin. But again, let's say this were a new coin. The very first thing I did was search for it on X. I didn't see anything on X when it first launched. So the next move was to go on to Pump Fund for this. So I copied the contract address and I went over to the actual Pump Fund. And then when I looked at the Twitter, I saw that it was linked to this guy. And then I went onto GitHub and I was able to see that this guy's GitHub was insane. He had a bunch of stars. He was very active. He's been active for a very long time. A lot of people have forked his stuff before. And again, he has a bunch of stars. So that's always like a good sign. So overall, it just looked like this dev was legit and he's been working on this specific project for a while, which again made me feel comfortable enough to ape right away. So that was the thesis. I, made sure that the thesis was correct and that the dev wasn't suspicious or anything like that. The next step after that was making sure that this wasn't fake, right? So I kind of had to wait around and hope and pray that I wasn't about to get rugged, right? So we were waiting for the dev to actually post the contract address. The only thing I saw was like this pin to where he was saying, hey, I've been working on, this GitHub for 2 years and stuff. And then finally, he actually did share the official contract address and said, hey guys, I launched this coin, yada, yada. So again, that was when it started moving really fast too. And yeah, that kind of covers that specific trade. So again, this was sent to me via DM. I sussed it out on X and Telegram, and I also checked to see if there were any snipers. GMGN is a great tool to be able to see if snipers are still in or if they've sold everything. So it still looks like some snipers are in that are holding a little bit, but nothing too crazy. They hold like 1%, probably the dev themselves. But yeah, this was a really big win. And this one kind of fell into my lap, which is great. That's always awesome when you can get trades just hand delivered like that. But yeah, anyway, that was great. Let's talk about a loss. Baron. I lost so much money on so many different Baron coins. This Baron though, this one, I was up $200,000 at one point with it, and then I got greedy and I didn't sell. Yeah, so long story short, I was down pretty pretty bad, but then I picked it back up. So overall, I lost about 60 grand. Yeah, this was just a horrible trade. I got greedy after winning big on AGIXT and winning big on Trump. So Trump, I don't really have to explain to you how I found that. The fucking president of the US shared a coin and we all printed off of it. That was awesome. So yeah, I made $87,000 off of Trump. Elon, this is the Pump Fund co-founder. He kind of just shared like that he CTO'd his own token. So, that narrative kind of speaks for itself. So this one I found through Twitter, through X as well. Just having, why can't I open? Okay. Basically he himself shared it and someone else shared the tweet, and that's how I, just got in as early as I possibly could. I think I got in at like 60 mil market cap and it just went to like 200 and something. So that one was pretty cool. And yeah, it's on a dip right now. I'm bidding this one just because I think the narrative is still pretty strong. So I don't really foresee it going anywhere, but I could be wrong. Oil, this is another one to where someone tweeted something and then, you get in early. That was my buy here. I got in early as soon as this Peter guy tweeted about it. And then, yeah, I rode, I took profit, a lot of profits here at like all-time highs. Then I bought back here at the lows just because I like the people that are pushing it. So this one was pretty fun. And this is another one to where the narrative was good. And again, it's just one of those tokens to where someone tweeted something and then someone tokenized it. So this guy's just said digital oil is a lot easier to create than real oil. And then someone tokenized it and bam. This Peter guy, I guess he's like anti meme coins or something, or even anti crypto. I don't really recall, but a lot of people follow him and have notifications on for him. Again, I was just sitting in my group chat and someone shared it and I bought it because the narrative made sense, and the rest is history. So that was a really good one. Now let's talk about another loss. Yeah, I just lost so much money on different Baron coins because after Trump, then the Melania coin came out, and then we expected Baron to release one. So there's just always rumors about which one was the official Baron coin. So yeah, I lost so much goddamn money off of Baron, and I'm still salty about it. But anyway, it is what it is. The Mr. Beast coin, this one was an interesting one. So kind of similar story to where when you come across a contract address, is searching for it and seeing what people are saying. This one I think just came up in my group chat as well. And then when I searched for the contract address, Mr. Beast is actually the first search result, which isn't something that I had seen in the space before, to where when you search it, and it's not happening anymore now, but when you would search for the CA, Mr. Beast profile would come up as recommended. And I tweeted that, and it kind of just, yeah, here you go. This is like the exact tweet that I put out too. So that was just an interesting thing that I saw on X, and I shared it, and I don't know if it pumped because of that, but as they say, speculation drives price, and this is a very huge speculative play that I did really well on. But yeah, that one was fun. It's kind of dead now, unfortunately, because it obviously wasn't the real Mr. Beast coin. Unicorn Fart Dust. This is another one of those like narrative driven coins that Ron Basement, he's a YouTuber that's really big on gold and silver. He created his own meme coin and he shared it on his YouTube, and then crypto Twitter kind of just took matters into their own hands and full sent it. It's on a nice dip right here too as well, and I just think the narrative on this one is just incredible. It's like a non-crypto person or someone who just generally has like a bad perspective on crypto created their own meme coin and onboarded a bunch of these like gold and silver boomers that have money to throw around, and he was always referring to crypto as Unicorn Fart Dust, and he was aware of Fart Coin and was like, man, it's crazy how this grew. What if I just created a coin called Unicorn Fart Dust and see what happens? And the rest is history. I mean, the shit hit almost 400 million market cap. It's on a really nice dip right now. I'm probably going to throw in some bids once I'm done recording this video. But yeah, this one again is just another narrative driven coin. So there's kind of a trend that we're seeing here going through my PNLs, or like my top movers. This one had a based GitHub dev, right? This one was tweet based, right? Someone tweeted it and it had a really good narrative, and CT ran with the narrative. Same thing, Elon, I don't know how to pronounce his fucking name. Co-founder of Pump.fun, he declared his own token as a CTO. Great narrative. Trump, goes without saying, the president of the United States made a meme coin. Why wouldn't you be bidding? Mr. Beast, this was a speculative play. And then this was another narrative driven play. Safe Moon was another narrative driven play. Basically someone created a Safe Moon meme coin on Solana and sent it to one of the remaining founders, or one of the remaining people that were involved with Safe Moon back in the day. This was before my time, so I don't really understand what's going on with it, but all I know is that I've made money on it today. Shaman, again, the guy that got, one of the guys that stormed the Capitol that got pardoned by Trump, he released a meme coin, kind of died, I think, because insiders did their thing and destroyed it. But this is a good one. I caught it from my wallet trackers as well. So, but again, there's just a recurring theme with all of these coins that I've done really well on, is that they're either really good narratives or they have really good developers behind them, in the sense of like, you know, a GitHub dev or a AI dev, you know, like for Spore. This one was a really good one too, to where they're just building really good technology, and the narrative is there, and you know, that truly is what drives these 5-figure PNLs that you're seeing from people. The narrative has to be there, and you really have to get a lot of people to buy into the narrative. You know, it doesn't matter if the tech is good or if it's a funny meme and no one else finds it funny. Like, it has to be a good narrative, good dev, and all those things kind of have to, you know, coincide with one another. And as far as losses go, again, this was just me gambling. Had I not gambled on all these barren coins, I would have an extra $100,000. FOTUS, fart of the US, this is a great narrative, and I enjoyed this coin, but I think it was short-lived because of how quickly the market's moving right now too. Like, even today, for example, if you were online, we had the oil and gold meta, like commodities tokenized on Solana, and then bam, we went away from that and went to the Elon token, and then bam, we went away from that, and now we're running up the Safe Moon token. So things are just moving so quickly now in Solana, it's crazy. And then for this one, fart of the US, like, it was doing really well, and then something else happened, and then it just died. So I'm still holding the bag on this one, but I was up $20,000 at some point, but I didn't sell because it's just kind of like how do I put it? It's more of like a moral thing. Like, I feel bad tweeting about a coin that I think has potential, then it just tanks right after, and I just feel guilty selling. But at the end of the day, no one would care if I would do it. They would care in the moment if they got dunked on or felt that they got dunked on. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because we've moved on from this. Like, this token's not even a thought to a lot of people. So it's just an internal moral struggle and battle that I have, but it is what it is. Loom, I don't even remember buying this, but I lost $11,000 on it. Fart book, yeah, this one was annoying. This was a combination of Shawn Mendes. I call him that all the time, Shawn Mendes, and his actual name is Shaw, the guy from AI 16Z or whatever, and the Project 89 dev. The narrative here was that they created Fartbook before Fartcoin was a thing. So again, great narrative, but we got dunked on super hard, and that was annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, just studying these wins. At the end of the day, as long as the narrative is there and people catch on very quickly, that is what results in these, insane 5 to 6 figure PNLs. And again, I was pretty inactive most of January, just because, for one, I was in holiday mode, and two, it just didn't feel right for me to be trading. It was just like a gut feeling that, like, okay, people are waiting around for Trump to go into office. People are waiting for their Jupe airdrop. People are waiting for, OG memes to come back. And, we had the inauguration, and that's around when I started paying more attention to what was going on, around like the 16th, a few days before the inauguration. And that's when I started just, cooking really nice. And then I got greedy, with the Baron tokens. That's where I fucked up here and lost like $100,000 over the course of 2 days. That was horrible. But I made it all back and then some, today, which is incredible. I'm super grateful. But yeah, as far as like the tools that I use, sorry, I left it until the end, but per usual, the best trading terminal is BullX. If you're not signed up for it, what are you doing? You have this, they call it Neo Vision, to where you can see in real time what it is that's going on the pump fund trenches. So you can see what's graduated, what's about to graduate, and in real time you can see new tokens that are being generated. Before, I had my own group with, my own settings and how I want things, properly organized. This is where I would spend the majority of my time, and have a pump fund guy that kind of walks you through like what to do after you have a contract address and stuff. I'll link it in the description below. But yeah, you can easily copy the CA here and see what's going on. But what I do now, and where I spend the majority of my time now, is in my Mind Gains group, if you're not familiar with it. And it's just a lot more organized for me. So we have this Zap feed bot that kind of lets you know in real time the top Telegram callers, what they're calling. And you can have it just organized here. And you can also see our multi-wallet alerts. So we have a bunch of different smart wallets that are actively trading, from different KOLs, different whale wallets, different AI quants that do, 6 to 7 figure PNLs on different AI coins, meta chaser wallets that catch new metas pretty early. So this is where I'm spending most of my time, as opposed to Pump Vision, just because, again, you don't really entirely know what is going on here without context. So we see that like Reddit and RN and Luna and SafeMoon are, have graduated and are doing really well market cap wise, but it's really hard to get context around like, okay, like who exactly has bought it, and let's say you want to find out who's buying SafeMoon. You can see 13 wallets bought here. So you can see that I bought it at 9 million market cap. A couple of other smart wallets like Leaks. He's a KOL. Marcel bought at 30 million market cap. A wallet that had a 640k PNL bought at 37 million market cap. Gorilla Capital. So you can see, Frank bought at 3 million market cap. He got it really early. So here you can kind of get context around like, okay, who on CT is buying it, or what amount of profitable wallets are also buying these different tokens. And, if you don't know or have intuition about specific tokens, you can always search for it here in the general chat too. So, hey, like, he's sharing TA here. Like, hey guys, like, this is a good buying opportunity. It's breaking out here. Should do better. Things like that. So, I spend a lot more time in my Telegram group called Mind Gains, as opposed to trenching here in Neo Vision or Pump Vision, whatever you want to call it. This is still great to look at, but as a sidekick and kind of like as an add-on to what it is that I do in my day-to-day, I definitely have this open at all times and kind of get a quick look at what it is that's going on from, our general chat here to the caller feed, to what's going on with like the multi-wallet buys and the various different categories of wallets that we have here as well. So yeah, those are the tools that I use, and the result again is $400,000 in realized profit in the last 30 days. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or DM me on X, and I'll see you in the next video.